This marketing agency saw a 40% increase in new clients just because they added one simple sentence to their website. It may sound like a cheat, but it's completely backed by science and human psychology. In fact, when average consumers were asked, 45% of them said that when they see this principle in action, it makes them more interested in buying, as opposed to only 17% who say that it turns them off. So, what is this cheat code to more interest and more sales? Imagine you're casually checking out a personal trainer's website. You're not ready to commit, you're just looking for now. Then you notice that the site mentions they're down to their last available slot for the month. What does that information do to you? It triggers something, right? You suddenly feel a pressing need to grab that last spot, even though seconds ago you were just window shopping. Don't feel targeted or manipulated. It's just your brain playing by the rules of scarcity. Now, the principle of scarcity says that we want now what we think we may not be able to get in the future.
It's some unavailability or a restriction of some type.
That's Dr. Mindy Weinstein, and she literally wrote the book on scarcity. This one, in fact, The Power of Scarcity.
If you can, in some way, show that you're exclusive, you're selective, you have certain popular service bundles, the part of our brain that's associated with value will light up right away. And this has been seen in brain scans. So I'm not talking about scarcity in terms of telling a participant that they're not going to get food and water or something that's essential to their survival. I mean, these are things like an auction simulation, there's a sale going on. But the fact is the brain reacts the same way.
And this isn't just some random web tactic. There's actual data behind it. A study conducted by Northwestern University found that products with limited availability were rated as more attractive. It's almost like the potential of losing out on a product elevates its perceived value. And scarcity doesn't just make people want your services more.
The other thing that happens is quicker decisions are made. If you can incorporate scarcity in a truthful, fun way, authentic way, you can really take advantage of getting people closer to that decision and also helping them value what you provide even more.
And if you thought that scarcity marketing tactics only apply to products, it actually works even better with service businesses for the simple reason that
you can usually only help so many people, and so it already exists. So if you just tell people, your potential customers or clients, we take on this amount of projects at a time, or we have a wait list, all of that's still scarcity.
And while we're on the subject of helping people see that they need your services sooner than later, I do want to let you know about my free masterclass where I'm going to show you exactly how to turn your website into an automated client-generating machine for your business. This is the best possible time to get in on that to gear up for 2024. So it's going to take all the guesswork out of what your website needs and what you should be leaving out that actually hurts your chances of making sales and landing clients. So just go to wesmcdowell.com/training to sign up for free. So what are the different varieties that scarcity comes in?
There's 4 different types of scarcity. There's supply related, demand related, there's time related, and limited edition.
So let's talk about each of these one at a time, along with some good examples of how a service business like yours might be able to take advantage of each one. Starting with supply related. And when we're talking a shortage in the supply for a service business, what that usually means is time, right? You may want to work with everybody who comes knocking on your door, but the truth is you're limited to a finite number of people that you can physically help in a day. All you need to do is make that known.
So you could say, you know what, I only take on 5 projects at a time, or my team only works with, 5 or 10 clients at any given time. We do have an opening coming up. We'd love to talk to you to see if we are a good fit for you. None of that's manipulative, none of it. And it's just the words you're using, and it's completely authentic. And what's interesting, if you use that type of verbiage, it really does change the conversation, because now they want to work with you because you've showed demand for you and your services or your team, but at the same time, you've also really showed that exclusivity. So them working with you, it's like they won. They got that spot. So there was one particular company that I consulted, and we talked a lot about the verbiage that they were using when they were talking to prospects. And once they started doing that, they actually increased their close rate in these meetings by 40%. So it does work.
I've seen a lot of service businesses actually take this one step further and make their prospects apply to work with them. The idea being that, we're so busy that we need to make sure that you're a good fit for us to make it worth it. Do those work, do you think, or do you think that goes a little too far?
Yeah, no, actually they do work. So though there is a fine line to it. So yes, have a little tiny bit of friction, but don't have it so much where you're giving someone this huge questionnaire that they have to fill out when something's attainable and we think it can, we're going to be a little bit more motivated. But if it's too daunting, they're not going to do it.
Ever notice how that packed restaurant on the corner makes you want to try it? That's demand-related scarcity in action. It's like they're silently telling you, this is what's hot right now.
So then with demand-related scarcity, that is showing popularity of some type. And this one is actually really easy with services because you can do it in a few different ways. You can, let's say on your website, if you have different levels of your service, so different levels or different programs or whatever it might be, you can indicate the most popular or the bestseller.
And all you need to do is put a label on it. You've seen it on websites before where businesses specifically call out this package or that service as the most popular or best-selling one.
We've seen through psychological research that doing that, people actually really like it because it helps them take that shortcut of like, well, now I don't have to sit and try to think about which one I'm going to do.
When you put your top services in the spotlight on your website, it's not just a flex. It's you subtly offering a shortcut to your most popular offer. And guess what? This tactic comes in handy not just on your website, but
you could do the same thing in a proposal. So with services. So just like you could do that on your website, if you're creating a proposal and you're giving options, you can indicate which one is the most popular, which one do most clients or customers select. And so you can do it there. It doesn't necessarily have to just be on your website.
And while you're making it easy for your clients to decide, you can actually make it even more of a no-brainer by adding in a little something extra with a limited edition offer.
Limited edition is just some type of spin on the original. So with services, it could be that for the holiday season, you are doing this special package where someone signs up for this service, they also get this bonus, whatever it might be.
So this could look like bundling a few services together into one package. Like a plumber might put together a winterize your pipes offer every fall that includes several services for one all-in price. Or it could just be a different spin or emphasis on what you already offer. Maybe a vet could offer a golden pause special, a special checkup aimed at senior pets. Or a tutoring service might offer a finals focus package, concentrated study sessions for students in the final weeks leading up to final exams. Each of these offers is rooted in the everyday services that these businesses provide, but tailored just enough to offer something special and timely, amplifying their appeal. And speaking of timely,
time related is a time restriction of some sort, but it could be countdown timers, so counting down to an event that you're having. It could be a sale, so maybe you are offering a promotion for a certain time. So all of that's time related. And what happens in that situation is that someone is now competing with the clock.
So just come up with and get the word out about a deal attached to a deadline. It's the old Black Friday type of deal, and it works for any type of business there is. But it does usually rely on offering some type of discount, which isn't ideal for every business. If you're gonna do it,
just be careful on that one, because if you do too many promotions or you do this same promotion all the time, I'm sure most people have heard this before, you end up devaluing your services, because now they're like, oh, well, your service is just worth what that promotion is. I'm just going to wait till you do your next one. So use that one a little bit carefully.
Time-related offers work best when you time them to your typical slow or off-peak periods, like a moving company that gives you 20% off during midweek moves, or a buy one room, get one free house painting special in the slower winter months. But how exactly are you going to get more clients using nothing but your website year-round? I got you covered in my free on-demand masterclass training, where I'm going to show you my complete client-generating website system that's proven to double or triple the leads you're getting right now. And the best part, you can implement this whole thing over a weekend. So click right here to get in on the training, and I'm going to show you everything you need and everything that's probably holding you back too. So click here and I'll save you a seat.